Now then, but that's not all the days in time. I have to step back a little bit now. A baby is born when you can hold a baby in your arms. If the baby is still in the mother's abdomen, the baby is not yet born. Does anyone differ with me? But Saudi Arabia says, no, the baby is already born. Yes, the Saudis actually do that. They say the baby is already born once you have the medical evidence that there's a baby there. Baby is already born. So you don't need to look for the moon anymore. Once there's scientific and mathematical evidence that the moon is already born, you don't need to look for the moon anymore. But Allah has spoken in the Quran about Ahilla. Hiya mawaqitu linnas. He says the hilal is for the measurement of time. And our Prophet is the one who was explained the Quran. And he says, Sumu li ru'yatihi waftaru li ru'yah. When you can see the moon, then it is hilal. And so, while we eat our biryani and go home and sleep, the Hajj is taking place every year on the wrong day. But is there anyone who cares? Our Prophet prophesied. He said, Yushiku ya'ati ala nasi zaman. It will not be long before that time will come. La yabqa min al-Islami lasmu. When nothing will remain of Islam but the name. The Hajj is taking place on the wrong day. Because the Saudis say, baby is already born. Once you have the medical evidence, the scientific evidence that the baby is conceived, that is enough. So you don't have to look for the moon anymore. The Saudis calculate the hilal based on scientific and mathematical evidence, and we eat our biryani and go home and sleep. Now to return to our topic. He said that every day is comprised of 12 hours. But I grew up knowing that there are 24 hours in a day. And I grew up knowing that every hour is equal in length with every other hour. Mathematically equal. There are 24 hours in the day and they're all mechanical hours, computed with exactitude, 60 minutes in each hour. Is that what is time? Is time a mechanism? Our Prophet said that Allah said, this is Hadith al-Qudsi. He said, La tasubbu ad-dahr, fa inni ana ad-dahr. Our teacher, Maulana Dr. Muhammad Fadlur Rahman Ansari, rahimahullah, was fond of quoting this Hadith al-Qudsi. Do not abuse time, says Allah. Hence do not corrupt time, because I, Allah, I am time. So to take time, which is something spiritual, something sacred, and transform it into something mechanical, it is the ultimate abuse of time. So he said a day is comprised of 12 hours. And there is 1 hour after Salatul Asr on the day of Jummah, when any dua that you make is mustajab, will be answered by Allah. I looked and looked and looked to find if anyone had ever written on the subject to identify the 12 hours. I have not as yet been able to find anyone. I have found Sheikh al-Akbar, Sheikh al-Akbar Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, that he has written on time. But that is a man, it's difficult to understand his writing. But he's not written about the 12 hours. And in the modern world of scholarship, we don't find anyone writing on this subject. So now then, I have exercised my own independent thinking, and therefore I can be wrong. But at least I've made an effort. I say that if the day ends at sunset, that's the last hour, then the first hour of the day will begin with Salatul Maghrib. And therefore, and Salatul Isha is when dusk or twilight ends, when there's no more light in the sky. So the first hour is between Maghrib and Isha. But there are 3 times during a day and night which are designated by the Quran as private time. Are you aware of that? Private time is that time when children have to ask permission to come to Papa and Mama. That is private time. And the Quran speaks of 3. Check it out if you don't believe me. And this period of time between Maghrib and Isha is not private time, it's public time. So anyone can come to the Prophet ﷺ and ask him a question or so. Public time. But once Salatul Isha takes place, no more. This is now private time. So no telephone calls, no visits. And this is Papa, Mama, and children until the children go to sleep. And then Papa and Mama go to sleep. So between Salatul Isha and the time when we go to sleep will be the second hour. So our hour is not an exact period of time. Our hour is a period of time which can change from day to day. Look at the difference, the elasticity here and the mechanism there. The elasticity here and the mechanical time there, look at the difference. And then comes the third hour, when we get deep sleep. And if you don't get deep sleep at this time, then that deep sleep cannot restore what you've lost during the day. That's what sleep is for. Sleep is not only for rest, sleep is also for recovering and restoring the body to what it was before. And if you do not sleep at this time, your body does not get deep sleep at this time. When you reach the age of 50, 55, 60, you look like an old man, an old woman. You start to crumble. But if you get your deep sleep at this time, and after this comes a light sleep, you reach 60, 70, 80, you still look young. Because this is the life of fitra. So the 4th hour of the night would be when deep sleep has ended and you now have light sleep. And this is the time of dreams and visions. And our Prophet said, Allah's blessings be upon him, the dreams of a believer will seldom fail to come true in the end time. Akhiru Zaman. One of the signs of who you are inside of you is your dreams. And if you don't dream at all, or you only dream about accidents on the highway, or your dreams have no consequence, well, you are yourself someone of no consequence, because your dreams tell you who you are. And then comes the last hour. The last hour is when you wake from sleep until the time of Fajr. And that is far and away the most important hour of the whole day and the whole night. Because that is the hour when you turn to Allah. That is the hour when you recite the Quran, your juz of the Quran. That is the hour when you make istighfar, you seek forgiveness. That is the hour when you make zikr, your remembrance of Allah. That is the hour when you climb the mountain. You climb the intellectual mountain, you climb the spiritual mountain at that time. That is the hour when you get nur inside the heart. And when you have nur inside the heart, you can see what otherwise cannot be seen. But if you feel sleepy during that last hour, go back to sleep quickly. From the time you feel sleepy, stop, go back to sleep. Why? Because, because it's possible Allah wants to give you a dream or a vision. I was in a masjid in Pakistan. It was Ramadan. 150 people were making, what do you call it? Itikaf. 150. Some of them were bankers, some of them were CEOs of companies and so on. It's Pakistan. And it was the last hour before Fajr. And I suddenly felt a strange feeling upon me, forcing me to sleep, dragging me to sleep. As soon as I slept, I got a dream conveying strategically important information. I cannot disclose it to you, but if you feel sleepy at that time of the night, go back to sleep, because it could be that Allah wants to give you a dream or a vision. And so the last hour continues until the time of Fajr. I don't have the time now to discuss with you what is the time of Fajr. But the 6th hour begins with Fajr and continues until sunrise. And so a Muslim not only lives with the moon, but a Muslim also lives with night and day, with light and darkness. And if you live a life in which you are heedless of the moon, heedless of the movement of light and darkness, day and night, nothing different from the sheep and the cattle and the goats and the camels. So the 6th hour is from the time of Fajr until sunrise. But then the Quran speaks about Ishraq. And Ishraq is one of the wonders of the sky. When the light, yellow light of morning transforms into brilliant colors, orange and red, Ishraq. So this 7th hour, the 7th hour is from the time of sunrise until Ishraq. And Ishraq is in the Quran. And the 8th hour is when the Quran recognizes that the morning proper has now come. The morning proper has now arrived. When children will leave to go to school, when men will leave to go to work. And it's called Wajhun Nahar. The morning, the face of the day, Wajhun Nahar. So the 8th hour is from the time of Ishraq. Is it 8?
7.
8, okay. I get mixed up now with the numbers. Until Wajhun Nahar.